So we'll delve straight in, I think. And I was wondering, Marco, if you could just tell us a little...
Shut up. Well, firstly, good evening, everybody. You know, I came from a very working class world. Don't know where the hell you people came from. But by the looks of things, probably some inbreeding farm in Cirencester. Anyway, when I was 13 years old, my father looked at me as a man, not a boy, and sent me out to work at age 13. I was a loan shark for some deadbeats around West Riding. I was taking thumbs, shanking people up, giving people jipping people up, something fierce. Time of my life. But you know, I earned £5 a week. And at the end of that week, my father took my money. Fucking piss take. Moving on swiftly. I left school. I wasn't very good at spelling. I wasn't very good at reading or writing or arithmetic. The 3 R's weren't for me. No siree. So I got on a fucking bus. Not knowing where I was going. Could have been going to fucking Mogadishu. I didn't care. I got off the bus by the Cenotaph in Harrogate. And I said, where the fuck is this? I saw this hotel in front of me called the Hotel St. George. Absolute dive. The doorman looked at me. I looked at him. Then he looked at me again, and I looked at him again. I was quite intimidated, scared. That is to say, I was a quivering bloke. Me timbers were shivering. I was wobbling on sturdy feet. I was anxious. I was shitting in my pants. I shat myself. I walked past him. I saw this little road which went round to the back of the hotel. Don't cough, please. I walked down this road, and then I saw this door, a turquoise door. Now, who the fuck has a turquoise door? These people must be psychopaths. I knocked on the door. What did I say about coughing? As I was saying, I knocked on the door. And the truth is, I never wanted that door to open. I knocked once more, and crash, the door became unhinged, fell over, and landed on my head. Splat. Crushed me completely. How ironic. Turned me into some kind of human sesame prawn toast, sprawled on the floor. Just waiting for a drop of soy sauce. I was a fucking biscuit. Ready to get dunked in your tea. I didn't call the hospital. I just stood up on all my broken bones and walked into the building. But that's how I learned perseverance. Getting crushed by that door was my first cooking school. Trevor, the kitchen porter, he saw me hobbling over. He made eye contact, ignored me. Did he say hello? No. Did he call an ambulance? No. Did he give a fuck? Absolutely not. So I crawled through the kitchen. It was the middle of lunchtime service. And with my bones sticking out, looking like a fucking zombie, I asked a customer if they'd seen the head chef. They were screaming, they were shouting, chefs were running in their tall hats, pure white. And this chef looked at me. I looked at him and I said under my breath, help me, please, I'm dying. Your turquoise door fell on my head and crushed all my bones. Ignored me. You can see there's a pattern here. So I just sort of shuffled myself down to where I thought the head chef approximately was. People still screaming, but I didn't care. I came to another turquoise door, and I said to myself, not again. I knew it was the head chef's office just by instinct. But was I prepared to go through all that again? Surely. That couldn't happen twice in the same day. So, smash. Door fell on my fucking head again. What are the odds? I was already a pile of broken bones, but now I was reduced to a rudimentary paste. Just a streak of freshly squeezed Colgate. Paste. But the door was technically open. That was the most important thing. And the chef saw me in my pile on the floor. So I slid in. He said, "Sit down." And I said, "Impossible." He said, "I see your point." So he picked me up and splat, plonked me on his desk, next to the stack of William Hill bedding slips, which he wrote his daily specials out on. He said, "What can I do for you, lad?" And I sort of recognised him. I knew that type of man. "If you take another photograph, I'll kill you." Thank you. Anyway, he said, "What can I do for you, lad?" I said, "I want a job." He looked at me something dubious. He said, "Young man, how do you expect to be useful in the kitchen when you're basically a pile of smashed bones and skin that can't walk or breathe?" I said, "Let me tell you a story. I was born into a council estate. We got crushed by doors every day.